There's a saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong.
Picture this, two titans of Hollywood, Denzel Washington and Tyler Perry, locked in a clash that could shake the entertainment world to its core. What if one legend's words held the power to unravel the other's empire? That's the firestorm we're diving into today, sparked by whispers that Denzel has called out Tyler in a way that's got everyone talking. Is Tyler's career truly over? This isn't about cold, hard proof. It's about allegations, rumors, and the drama that's lighting up the internet, all served up for your entertainment. Get ready, because we're stepping into a story that's as juicy as it is unverified, and it's going to keep you on the edge of your seat. Let's set the stage with Denzel Washington, a name that echoes through Hollywood like a thunderclap. He's an actor who's redefined what it means to command a screen. Born in Mount Vernon, New York, Denzel's journey took him from theater stages to Oscar Gold. 2 wins, one for Glory and another for Training Day, with a career spanning classics like Malcolm X and Fences. He's a powerhouse, a mentor to stars like Will Smith, and a man whose every word carries weight. At 70, he's still in the game, starring in blockbusters like Gladiator 2 and prepping for Broadway's Othello. Denzel is not just a star, he's an institution, respected for his craft and his principles.
Before acting, all I did was work with children. I coached basketball, football, baseball. I grew up in, like I said, in the boys' club. That's what I would have been doing, I'm sure, if I wasn't doing what I'm doing.
Get up, boy, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts. I encourage everyone to be their best. I love that. It's important to encourage young people.
You listen. You take a lesson from the dead. If we don't come together right now on this hollow ground, we too will be destroyed.
It is your duty to change the world if you can. Not by violence, peacefully.
I'm not from the same cloth as the great Sidney Poitier, but you got to remember, I started in the 70s where, you know, you could play a pimp or, you know, slick jive, big shoe wearing buffoon. And I didn't see any roles that I really wanted to play, to be honest with you.
Now, shift the spotlight to Tyler Perry. Born Emmett Perry Jr. in New Orleans, Tyler's rise is a different kind of legend, one forged from grit, faith, and a knack for connecting with audiences that Hollywood often overlooked. He started with gospel plays, pouring his life savings into shows that eventually birthed Medea, the tough-talking grandma who became his golden ticket. From there, Tyler built an empire. Over 50 movies, countless TV episodes, and a 330-acre studio in Atlanta that's the first of its kind owned by an African American. Forbes pegged him a billionaire, a testament to his hustle. But his path, writing, directing, and starring in his own projects, hasn't been without critics. And that's where this story takes a turn. Did Denzel, the elder statesman, really say something so sharp that it could cut Tyler's career off at the knees? What was it? The internet is alive with speculation, but the most repeated whisper is that Denzel called out Tyler's work as a betrayal of Black storytelling, accusing him of leaning too hard into stereotypes for profit.
The New York Times said you are the most successful mogul Hollywood has ever ignored. Do you think Hollywood gets you?
No, I clearly believe that I'm ignored in Hollywood for sure, and that's fine. I get it.
And wait a second, is that fine?
It is. My audience and the stories that I tell are African-American stories specific to a certain audience, specific to a certain group of people that I know that I grew up with, and we speak a language. Hollywood doesn't necessarily speak the language. A lot of critics don't speak that language, so to them it's like, what is this? But I know what I do is important. I know what I do touches millions of people around the world. I know how important every word, every joke, every laugh. I know what that does for the people where I come from and the people that I'm writing for. So yeah, I get that.
But you've also, though, been criticized in some cases by your own people, by your fellow colleagues. Were you seeking in this moment validation, or that wasn't something either that you paid any attention to?
You mean building all this to seek validation? No, no, not at all. For me, what this is about.
Or to show, listen, I know what I'm doing is what I mean.
You know, if they get it, that's great. If they don't, I really feel it from the bottom of my heart. If they get it, they're great. If they don't, then that's fine too. I know for a fact that when I drive in through these gates onto this 330 acres and see these 12 sound stages and see the highway sign that says Tyler Perry Studios as you're making the exit in here, as I come in here and I see these hundreds of people working, these black and brown. I've been on sets where I've been the only black face on as recently as 2019 going, where are the black people in this movie? It's on back behind the camera. So when I come to work here, and every black person that comes to work here, they go, oh my God, it's heaven. Here we are, we're represented, everybody's represented, LGBTQ's represented, black, white, gay, straight, whatever, we're all represented, working hand in hand, arm in arm. So what I know about what I'm doing is, any doubters, just come take a visit and walk these streets, see these people, see these underdogs, and you tell me what I do don't matter.
It's a bold allegation, one that's floated around in YouTube thumbnails and X posts. But here's the catch. There's no public record of Denzel saying this exact thing. No interview, no clip, no smoking firearm. So where is this coming from? Let's dig into the breadcrumbs and see what holds up. Tyler's career has always been a lightning rod. His formula, melodrama mixed with comedy, often starring Medea, packs theaters and streams on BET Plus and Netflix. Hits like Diary of a Mad Black Woman and Medea's Family Reunion rake in millions. And his studio is a hub for big-budget shoots like Black Panther. But not everyone is cheering. Critics, including some big names, have long argued that Tyler's characters, like the loud, over-the-top Medea, echo old tropes that paint black folks in a narrow light. Spike Lee once dubbed it coonery buffoonery, though he later softened his stance. Could Denzel, a champion of complex roles, share that view? The rumor says yes, alleging that he's fed up with Tyler's approach overshadowing deeper narratives. Here's where it gets juicy. Denzel and Tyler aren't strangers. They've crossed paths. After Will Smith's infamous Oscars slap, both men were there, consoling Will in a moment that showed their stature.
Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Denzel has mentored Will for years, while Tyler has built a bond with him too.
Yeah, I think so, but I can't see the third person. Oh, yeah.
But behind the hugs, could there be tension? Some claim that Denzel's refusal to work with Tyler, there's no record of them sharing a screen, hints at a rift. Tyler named a soundstage after Denzel at his studio, a nod of respect. But Denzel's silence on Tyler's projects fuels the fire. Did he finally break that silence with a career-ending jab? That's the allegation we're chasing. But let's unpack Tyler's world a little bit more. His fans adore him. He's a lifeline for stories about black families, faith, and resilience.
We're at a disadvantage because we're black and this is not our town.
Right.
We've got to come in and understand how they play the game.
Sure.
And realize that we can get in and get to what we want to get to by not selling out, not doing anything crazy, but by understanding how they play the game. It's fascinating to me. I'm from New Orleans, man. Just, Third Water, New Orleans. When I got here and I saw how these white folks operate, I was like, wow.
It's crazy, huh?
Man.
It's crazy.
And coming from where we come from, you're like, nah, get your mutton back. You just want to be over with it, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the fake, get that. But no, hope just step back and pay attention.
Yeah. Someone outside of the culture trying to tell someone within the culture what's authentic to the culture is one of the most ostracizing things I've witnessed.
Yep.
He's employed countless actors, given voices to the unheard, and turned Atlanta into a Hollywood rival. But the knocks keep coming. Critics say that his scripts, often written solo on his jet, lack depth. He's also known for rushing through production with single takes and shaky focus. His 2024 project, Divorce in the Black, got panned as his worst yet, with reviewers citing sloppy craft over substance. Is Tyler's empire wobbling, giving Denzel's alleged words extra sting? Let's get back to Denzel. He's not one to mince words, but he's also not a loose cannon. In interviews, he's praised faith, wisdom, and hard work.
Pain is passed down from father to son and son to son. A lot of pain in Troy's life is a result of the pain and the damage from his father that he then visits on his son. We have to, as black men, be mindful of that. Sometimes it's unfair, and sometimes we take it out on those we love. And I'm guilty of that frustration that we all have. But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers, not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
He rarely throws shade at people. When he spoke at TD Jakes' summit about Will's slap, he focused on prayer, not judgment. Could he have turned that lens on Tyler? The rumor mill says that he did, maybe privately, maybe through a leaked quip. Something like, Tyler's cashing checks while selling us short. It's unproven, but it fits a narrative. Denzel, the artist of Fences, clashing with Tyler, the mogul of Medea. X-posts amplify it, with users claiming that Denzel is too real for Tyler's circus. But what's Tyler's side? He's not slowing down. New Netflix projects like Straw are in the works, and his studio is still a powerhouse. He's shrugged off critics before, claiming that he writes for his audience, not the elite. If Denzel did call him out, Tyler is likely to keep rolling, banking on his loyal fans. But the optics matter. Hollywood is watching. Tyler's honorary Oscar for humanitarian work sits beside debates about his legacy. If Denzel's alleged critique sticks, could it sway peers, studios, or viewers? It's a long shot, but the idea's got legs for a reason. Now, let's zoom out. Denzel's career isn't spotless either. He's taken heat for picking safe roles late in the game, like the Equalizer sequels over riskier projects. Yet his cred is ironclad, while Tyler is always fighting for respect. This alleged feud taps into that divide. Art versus commerce. Prestige versus populism. It's not new. Spike Lee's jab at Tyler echoed this years ago, but Denzel's voice, if he used it, carries a different weight. He's not just a director with an opinion. He's a symbol of what Tyler might have been in another life. So, is Tyler's career over? Not by the numbers. His deals with Amazon and Viacom CBS keep the cash flowing, but perception is a beast. If Denzel did speak, even off record, it could plant a seed that Tyler's reign as the king of black entertainment has hit a wall. For now, it's all speculation. There is no audio, no transcript, just chatter. Maybe it's a YouTube title gone wild, or maybe there's smoke to this fire. Either way, it's a clash of giants that's too good to ignore. Here's the kicker. This isn't about who's right or wrong. It's about the story, the what-ifs and maybes that keep us hooked. Denzel, the stoic icon, versus Tyler, the unstoppable hustler. One is allegedly waving a red flag, the other is charging ahead. Will Tyler falter under the weight of this unverified call-out? Or will he laugh it off Medea style and keep building? That's for time to tell. Until then, we've got a front row seat to a drama that's pure entertainment gold. But what's your take? Is this a career ender or just noise? Are you a fan of Denzel? How do you feel about Tyler and his movies? Let me know in the comments below.